Alkaline, big up to Alkaline.
Big up.
Alkaline, you're doing something that I don't see anybody doing.
How about it?
Alkaline.
But here's what I'm saying about the whole king. I think they're all kings. I think they're all kings amongst kings in the kingdom. The kingdom of dancehall has many kings.
You know, that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. And guess what? Now, I understand where somebody's saying Kartel is the king and the king of the moment. Being a man deserves to be the king longer because he's done this and he's done that. And I understand. Don't necessarily agree, but I understand.
Or break what an artist is.
Kartel could never manage a band even before. I'm not asking.
Why?
A lot of reasons. I mean, like being able to perform in a band is a talent within itself.
Yeah, people, do the right thing. Remember, the work never stop. We keep the fire blazing. So please to put in the support. That's it on the screen right there. Thank you so much for your overstanding. Yo, check this out. I saw a clippings over by TikTok where Nigel from Ruff, Kutt band did an interview with Nara from The Fix. You don't know the man kick back on a wall of reasoning, tap in and weighing and so much things in dancehall. Let's get to the point. He tap in on Vybz Kartel being crowned as the king. And based on what I heard, the man really, agree with it because he's saying that they're trying to put down every other dancehall artist. He also point out that Vybz Kartel is bigger than a king. It's like they're limiting Kartel's greatness in dancehall, so I'm gonna share that. Also, he weighing on Vybz Kartel not performing with a bands. The man went as far as stated that Vybz Kartel cannot perform on a bands to save his life. Zane, in so much word. He didn't stop there. He weighing on Alkaline and Massacre and a whole heap of doings in dancehall. Also, I point out that Alkaline is very smart and he is dominating the dancehall space without even doing too much. So first we're gonna start the video where the man is talking about the kings. Also, Alkaline name is a part of it that you cannot count him out. Even though Detta fans, I know that Alkaline same name of the king thing and him never claimed that I wanna be, the man had him to the conversation pre this.
But here's what I'm saying about the whole king. I think they're all kings. I think they're all kings amongst kings in the kingdom. The kingdom of dancehall has many kings.
You know, that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. And guess what now? I understand where somebody's saying Kartel is the king and the king of the moment. Being a man deserves to be the king longer because he's done this and he's done that. And I understand. Don't necessarily agree, but I understand the reasoning. My question though is, why does somebody have to look bad for somebody else to look good? Why can't Kartel be the king and Beanie be the king too, and Rodney be the king too, and Capleton be the king too?
No, sir, so that's
no,
good.
I care zero. This is what I'm saying, because I'm saying at the end of the day,
there were the egos involved.
I care zero. I care zero. Let me ask you this: why aren't we saying that Butch is a king?
And he is.
Shabba Ranks showed the world and us that it can be done. Him not run on Kingship. Buju Banton did something that nobody else has done in the history of Jamaica. In Boss, as Mr. mentioned, locked down the whole Jamaica. I understand the kids don't know this, but that first Buju Banton frenzy, from Stamina Daddy to like Gold Spoon,
no, but
worse than COVID.
I've always said Buju can be argued to be top 5 dancehall and reggae artists.
Yes.
He could have been top 5 in a boat list.
That, and midway that, he put on him covenant and become a Rasta and start to reggae and conquer that same way like him conquer dancehall. Nobody else has done that.
You know, him start to mention with the likes of Bob Marley in a sense.
Yes.
With a Wrangler Riley, but his name is being mentioned.
His impact was on that level. Capleton.
Yes.
Self-explanatory. Sizzler.
King. And next person who can be argued top 5 dancehall, top 5 reggae. Yeah.
I'm just saying. So, what strikes me though is that you don't have a Buju Banton doing that, and then a Beanie Man come doing the exact same thing. So there's not a genuine overthrow. This is one agree or don't disagree. Agree or don't. I care to you. This is my opinion. If you don't like it, move on. Go ahead. Yeah. So I'm saying to you, all of them are qualified as kings. For me, in a conversation, they qualify them.
Yes, that is true.
I one man, me say call him name, you know. I'm say, oh God, you push it now, brother. I'm say Chronic Law. I'm say Chronic Law is a hopeful. And he's going on well.
Yeah.
But I don't think he reached kingship yet. I don't think Massacre reached kingship yet.
No, I think these are identified heirs.
Right.
That need to put in more work to be.
You can't deny Popcorn. You can't deny Alkaline. You can't deny Massacre.
True.
You can't deny Idonia.
True.
You can't deny I think there's one more.
And there's
5 of them. Wait, right? Same Chronic Law. You cannot deny that they're not alpha males at the top of the game that are putting in the work now to become the Ballon d'Ors and the Golden Boot winners.
Yeah.
But you can't say Kartel not deserve it or Kartel deserve it over being man. You know, me I carry down a road now. I'm going to listen to me carefully. Kartel is not just in the line of kingship or the king as he's been quote unquote crowned.
Meaning?
He's more than that.
That's what enough people argue as well.
If you Google the term folk hero, if you Google the word folk hero, you'll understand what I'm saying.
You probably see a picture of Kartel.
Kartel has done something that's phenomenal.
Without a doubt.
Kartel took on a system, whether he was right or wrong, whether he was innocent or guilty. And he won. The colonizer that had colonized us for 500 years had to write to the same court system that they set up and said, free him.
I think I should have said last first edition of this set. His redemption story is unmatched.
Okay, see that?
Unmatched.
So he is genuinely a folk hero. And if you Google the word folk hero, it's fictional. A folk hero is like Paul Bunyan. It's fictional, it's true. The only other person I see do that, you know. And it's not as a musician. Was Nelson Mandela. No, a lot of people gonna be like, oh, you must compare Kartel to Nelson Mandela. I'm saying.
If you agree with Nigel about the Kings, viewers and subscribers, leave your thoughts in the comment section. For me, I feel like they're putting down the other dancehall artists them too much and they're trying to give everything to Vybz Kartel. That's wrong. Remember that dancehall build up with more than one artist. It's a lot of artists who put in the work to build this brand, to build this column dancehall over the years. So whenever we're doing anything to rank the man them, we have to tap into each and every individual name across dancehall who did their part, play their part, find the song them, name it, so much. The list goes on and on. Now we're going to tap into where the man is pointing out about Vybz Kartel and his performance and the bands and the tracks and all these things. So please pay attention and listen to this keenly. Alright?
What an artist is.
Kartel could never manage a band. Even before. I'm not asking.
Why?
A lot of reasons. I mean, like being able to perform in a band is a talent within itself. You know?
True.
Remember the first part of Kartel career. Kartel never even know a key. From being an 8-year-old.
I think that has something develop over time.
That is something.
When he started tapping to the melodic side,
when he did, you know, smell like camphor baller. So that's the first song. And him go 3 o'clock in the morning. Those are the first 2 songs where Kartel was on key.
You know who bring that out there?
My father. So it's a growth process. The best band performances I've seen Kartel do are when him and Beenie Man up on the stage together. When Beenie Man is trying to claim Gaza. When you say Gaza, me say. When you say Gaza, me say yes. And Killer says, that's your man over. So you know, shocking vibes. Where you go, my bro, that's just, bro. That's nice.
That's how Beenie carry him to the good performance that time.
Yeah, and guess what used to happen? Kartel had too many songs. Kartel brain just don't process that. He has too many songs. So Kartel can't groom up. It goes a different way. So Kartel can't groom up 20 girls on one time, you know. One don't lead to the other. But Beenie Man will say, give me the wickedest slam. And he must have fever. And Kartel and Beenie would do another girl song. And then it spawned. So it's a relay. They used to put the best performances were a relay. Where it's like a bomb rush. Kartel and a band are not on a band. I think he's claiming it and owning it.
Yeah, I think so.
Remember MC Kiddo?
Yeah.
And part of the development of dancehall and being a performer on band is rigorous training. A band thing, I don't want jokes, something that's not a normal thing, you know. So, being able to work a band, and you see it for yourself, the artist that came out 2 years ago and started working a band, and you see him now, he sleeps on bones, especially if you go amongst the right bands.
I think Massacre can
Massacre has improved so much, and
very much.
Me and Massacre, me and Mr. Friend were all the while. So, come rehearsal, man. Yeah, man.
You fought one time?
Eh? You fought on the day when you fought, man. Fought on that one. Yo, big up yourself.
Yeah, man, you can definitely say we don't work on the craft.
And he said it, he's been saying it. I need to take my thing more seriously. I need to do more band shows. I need to book some time outside of performances to just hone my stuff and make my songs. So it's a process, and guess what now? Some people see the importance of it early, some people see the importance of it late. But being able to perform on a band is integral. And it's one of that levers that you put it, that Kartel can't push too far up. If at all.
I feel like, because I remember some Freedom Show, there was like, him that practice with bands, you know, but I feel like after a while.
It was practice with a band. The instruments were in the background.
It didn't want to seem like him. Alright. But I feel like after a while, it's like to myself, probably can't keep up, as like, maybe it would be best to do. I'm sorry, some of them are asking about it when we talk to him, but
at the end of the day, Kartel made a comment saying that dancehall started with you flipping over the record. But that record that you flipped over was played by musicians. So it's a circular motion. So it's the musicians going in the studio playing the record, and the record you flip it over, you start to toast, and then beat right back to bands. So bands are extremely important. Tracks are extremely important too, because it's not when you go down to the business aspect of thing, it's not every promoter, not every show can afford or looks good with a band. Yeah, so it's a whole lot of dynamics and moving parts that you have to think. I would tell him that at some point he should look toward working with bands.
Why?
Because it's another level, as you said, that he can push up.
But I think him see that like working without bands work for him.
Yes, but then
artists and songs that he has.
But look at it this way. I am the super sub that comes on in the last 20 minutes of the game and always score the game winner. So because of that, I don't want to play a full 90 minutes. What about your own personal development? What about your own legacy that you're leaving? Remember, you put so much effort into writing your songs. You put so much effort into fighting your case. You put so much effort into your social media and all of these things. It wouldn't hurt to look at that other aspect as well.
So people, if Vybz Kartel cannot perform with a bands, Vybz Kartel is missing out on the real authentic part of dancehall, because when you go to these big international events and you're representing dancehall and you need that drum and that bass, you need the treble, you need everything for your kick on the stage while performing and giving the people them that authentic sound, you won't be able to get that from Vybz Kartel. You just have to go listen to Kartel, sing over him tracks them and say, yo, we perform and shot. You see it, and the man sold out the arena. It's one of them the people, I'm arena. Listen to me, as a king, as a leader, you need to put in the work. You need to go tap in, just like how you tap in so deep into social media. Every day, post everything what you do. You can also put in some work with the bands, and trust me, it can become, a masterpiece if you start working on it. It's important. Gaza fans, you guys need to tell the artists that the bands are important. I cannot believe that Vybz Kartel cannot perform with bands. It's kind of sad to hear that about the king still. But yeah, hear me? We need to top up the topic to another notch now. Turn it up loud. Now we're going to move into the part where, he's having the discussion and he's elaborating about Alkaline's doings and his winnings. They even tap into the interview. So many other things. New rules. Yo, pay attention. Look at your screen and listen to this.
That cannot lead you over into the industry where it counts. And that's why I have such a big problem with things like the Grammys. That's why I have such a big problem with even getting shows in the Barclays Center. These shows that we see happening and with all these 10 people, I say, bro, they were trial runs, Them don't want this time, please, because we're not showing them that we can function. We're not a cash cow for them, You what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So, unless we have your massacres, your popcorn, your Alkaline. Big up to Alkaline.
Bigger.
Alkaline, you're doing something that I don't see anybody doing.
How about it?
Alkaline, him hardly the interviews.
I think he should stick to that.
I think he's brilliant for doing that because there's always an anticipation, especially with the quality songs that he's put out. I cannot ever think of an Alkaline song that's not a brilliant song, whether I like it or not. Me not about you have some song where you not like, you know, brother.
Yeah.
But the body, you know. It work. Him quality and him standard hasn't dropped, and he was
you know, that's contrary to what a whole heap of people would
I don't care.
say how it fall off and song them why I don't know yet.
Because you know, one different place. Me I talk about me look on the functionality of the music. Now me I say to you say, the proof is in the shows that him do. I know them ram.
Well, definitely has created a cult following.
Which is what dancehall is. Kill have a cult following.
Yeah. Kartel have a cult following.
Keep have a cult following.
Yeah.
They all cult followings. But he can mobilize his in a heartbeat. New rules? A new rules in him?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
No, even the interview where the majority of people are saying fucker.
Yeah.
It almost worked to mobilize and energize the fan base. And
He knows what he's handpicking what
artists
he's
are artists and me not busy want to say me I go to show and me I support him.
How many other acts are doing this? How many other acts are putting on them show? Him a do what? 2, 3, 4, 5 show a year? Where him put on?
Where he
he
has expanded internationally.
Yes.
I forget big up for that. Without that.
I'm saying me good as not good enough. Me good as see how you pass me. But bro, hats off to what you're doing. Yeah, that what you're doing is phenomenal.
Yes.
He is interfacing in the industry where it works. So we're looking from him, Popcorn, Massacre, Donia, all of these people want them to start to come over into the real music industry. I mean, I know that when you're working in a social media music industry, I don't know it work, and I'm saying I don't know it work because I don't see the money at the end of the day. The money that you're saying you make is a lie. It is a lie. It's a flat out lie. Them not make no money, and all this them a floss. We know where the money comes from.
We know.
We know. Don't make me talk it to the guy. No, me not. Okay.
Me talk it all the time.
Right.
I say they're cappers, they're liars, and they're scammers.
People, when you guys do look across dancehall and check the stats and the people and who they are, who always, give Alkaline his respect in dancehall, it's not the norm, it's not the regular people them in the industry. It's always some people who, make it and they're successful in the game and they're doing well and they're doing great and they just want to see other people win. From the genre because they're winning from it too. Dancehall, as we say over the years, it's one big cake and it can share for everyone. But Alkaline was the artist that no one wants to get a slice of the cake. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because he didn't say good morning or good afternoon or good evening or good night or how are you doing to the gatekeepers. That's the reason why they're moving so mean and mucky with the cake. You see me? But the artist find a way to break into the kitchen and tap into the oven and bake his own cake. You see me? Yeah, he didn't pick the lock. He found his own keys and made his way in and did what he had to do, and the artist is still here today striving in dancehall. Isn't that an amazing story to tell your family, your kids, your friends, your grandkids about the artist who entered dancehall and they didn't want him in the sport and he had to put up his fist, roll up his sleeve and fight for a spot, and now he becomes one of the greatest that dancehall has ever seen, and this youth is like a column that they will never be able to replace or remove from dancehall. Viewers and subscribers, people from all walks of life, I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Please leave the comments them. You don't know, like the video, also click the share button. If you haven't subscribed, you need to subscribe. I realize a lot of you people forward every day and watch and not subscribe. You know what's going on with that, fam?